War. Okay, we're talking about war
War
crime.
crime.
Okay, now what is war crime? But from what we are seeing, because we're going to have to be brief,
Mm.
we just see people oppressing or countries oppressing another country.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a segment of people that committed a war crime, they call it, but segments in a country, they have their names, they can call them any name. Now, they've attacked another country. What I feel, reference, we use Israel there. What I feel Israel should have done is getting their mercenaries, getting their best soldiers, which we all know they do have, fish out that segment, that that crowd
Yeah.
that committed the war crime.
Mm.
But they won't do that. They will decide that is the whole, for example, Palestine. You start bombing the entire country. So that is longer. What do you call that? Is that a war crime? Is that what is that? Because why can't they just stay with the crime, fish out the ones that have committed this crime than killing innocent people
Mm.
that don't have any idea? And every other country sits back and watch. Before you know, you're bombing the country's airport, bombing all kind of infrastructure. That means this is no longer segmented. It's now
Mm-hmm.
a country war to another country.
Yeah, rightly, like the way you just said, it becomes such that two countries are at war. Where you can even have war crime, where individual combatants can now carry out actions that violate certain laws of engagement or combat. So then you have the war crime. So in a situation where let's say an aggressive or a nation that is replying comes to now bombard the other ones randomly, is when the government of the other nation takes responsibility and is not even trying to stay in the way. So that becomes now a state-owned
War crime.
affair. So
But that
that
is that
goes
is
on.
all that is
Yeah.
all,
But it does not nullify the fact that right there is a war crime whereby civilians or innocent civilians are even killed. That really it's something that
okay.
can be
Now,
avoided.
good. So
You
let
know.
them not call it war crime. Is when another country is fighting another country because they can
Oh
do
yes, that's
yes.
when you have
That's war
an
crime.
opportunity. Yeah.
Don't style it because why? If you're fighting is a certain squad,
Mm.
and then you are able to send your military to go and fish them out in another country. That's
Okay.
different.
Mm.
But when you throw your direct missile to hospitals and throw missiles to church,
Mm.
mosque,
Mm.
and airports, what are you doing?
No, in that situation, then you now have, just like you were talking about Israel. Okay, let's talk about the Russia case. You now have war between two nations. So you have, for example, Russia and Ukraine. You know that there's war. So you can
The one with
also.
Israel and what's it called?
So those are the
Palestine.
those are the those are the unfortunate areas about war, where you have casualties that ordinarily should be avoided.
It shouldn't even have
It should not
started
even have started.
because why? You got a segment, you got a problem. Why don't you people solve that problem yourself? Why do you have to get us involved? Look, if there's war right here,
Yeah.
we can't have this podcast because all of a sudden anything can come.
War is an unfortunate situation, and
In
then usually you have such casualties where innocent people.
in 2024,
And
we should
even.
be ashamed of ourselves.
Mm, mm,
Seriously,
mm.
let's not play. Everybody involved in any form of war, he or she should be ashamed because you can literally kill someone in cold blood.
Yes,
Because
who has nothing to do with that
when you're sending the
engagement.
missile, somebody's gonna die.
It's quite
Man,
unfortunate that we have to resolve dispute by war
it's
when peace is actually the best way to go.
you see
Peaceful
what's
negotiation, peaceful dialogue. Really and truly, there's no these innocent lives,
genocide.
killings could be avoided in a large
Genocide.
mass. Yeah.
So, but you see, bottom line, there should be judgment.
Mm.
You see, the problem is lack of judgment. Because if there is judgment, somebody else will know that, hey, I won't do this. There's no judgment. Everybody goes scot free after
Mm.
killing dozens and dozens of people. Before you know, they start talking about reform.
Mm.
But anyway, my topic today is we should be ashamed of ourselves. We
Yes,
should be
for
ashamed.
for going to war
War
in the
in
21st
2020. Come
century,
on.
2024.
Come on. We are still killing people.
You know,
What to
yeah,
this?
we can do better.
World. It's sad.